Talofa, hello and welcome. Over the next half hour, you will be witnessing In His Service, a community of people at Princes Street, Norwich. This production is dedicated to all who have been associated with this wonderful church in the past, present, and looking with hope to the future. Love, so amazing, so divine, demands my soul, my life, my all. These are the inspirational words describing what drives Christian people the world over. You have just heard them being sung in Princes Street United Reformed Church by the combined Free Churches of Norwich in their Good Friday service. This is a church in Princes Street, Norwich, formerly congregational, but in 1972 it became United Reformed when the Presbyterian and Congregational denominations came together in England. It began with the exodus of a group of members from the Tabernacle Church in Bishopgate, Norwich, to form a new church in 1818. They invited the Reverend John Alexander, prevented by a legal disagreement from becoming minister at the Tabernacle, to be their minister. They opened the new building in 1819 in Princes Street on the site of the present church, about half a mile from the Tabernacle. John Alexander ministered to his congregation for 48 years and began a tradition of long-term pastorates involving 6 ministers in 168 years. In the next 19 years, 2 ministers served the church. During the first 160 years, Princes Street founded 11 places of worship in and around Norwich, all flourishing in their time. Some grew to become independent churches, but most eventually closed as their communities dwindled. 2 remain as active churches at Jessup Road and Ipswich Road. In 1969, when membership of Princes Street was well over 400, to celebrate its 150th anniversary, the church started a number of community service projects and improved its building for those purposes. 2 of those activities live on: the Luncheon Club, providing a weekly meal for elderly folk living alone, and the Wednesday Club, where young people with special needs could share activities with those not so impaired. Now expanded to include other activities and all ages. In more recent years, the number of activities on the premises has increased dramatically. You should meet some of the folk involved. A vital part of being a 7-day-a-week church is our team of wardens, who do not just open up, tidy up and lock up, but provide a friendly and helpful service in all kinds of ways. Our premises are our mission.
The story of Elijah and the widow's cruse of oil. And then the Lord said to Elijah, "Arise, go to Zarephath, which belongs to Sidon, and dwell there. Behold, I've commanded a widow there to feed you."
Elijah's need became a means of meeting needs in the lives of the widow and her son. God cares for us, but we are not alone. He cares for others too, and seeks to minister to the people around us.
And she went, and did as Elijah said. And she and he and her household ate for many days. And the jar of meal was not spent, neither did the cruse of oil fail, according to the word of the Lord, which he spoke to Elijah.
At Cruise, we give individual, free and confidential counselling to bereaved people, children and adults in Norfolk. On Mondays, some of our past clients, and indeed some people who haven't had counselling in the past, drop into our group, which is a mutual self-support coffee group where they just chat and have a bit of social interaction in the city centre before perhaps going off and having lunch or whatever. And that is supervised by some of our counsellors who are there, not really taking a sort of an active part, but just facilitating that group happening. This is Ros, one of our trained cruise counsellors who helps with the Monday group. What do we get up to on Monday?
Well, I suppose we have the Monday group, which is between 10 and 12 on a Monday morning.
Yeah.
And we have it's really a support group for people who've been bereaved.
Yeah.
Some of them have received counselling and like to join the group afterwards, depending on personal circumstances. But basically, it is a support group. They come in, have a chat with other people who've been bereaved at various stages. And we have other things as well. We try and do a little bit of fundraising at the same time. We have raffles. And we have tabletop sales where people bring books and other items really that people might be interested in. So just to raise a little money sometimes. But basically it is a support group for people. We have a regular group, I suppose, varying between 20 and 30 people who come any time between 10 and 12 and stay for as long as they like.
And we also use rooms, individual rooms, for actual counselling that goes on, which is separate. That's
yes,
separate to the Monday
that is
group?
separate. Yes, that is. We have a group of counsellors who come in on a Monday morning. They are sort of regular counsellors who come in, excuse me, on Monday morning, and they have arranged to meet their clients. And this usually, they're very good at the church here. They let us have quite a few rooms, which are very, very useful, and they're nice and central for people to come in from various parts of Norwich or around the area. And they usually see their counsellor for about an hour. And this goes on for as long as people need it. And so this is what happens basically.
As a church, we support and care for the needs of those whom are bereaved and might seek pastoral care. Sometimes we hold special memorial occasions in which cruise members are invited and have taken part.
Moving on to Monday evenings, when during the autumn and winter months we have the Princes Street Guild, alternatively with the Country Dance Group. Both groups are led by church members, but are open to anyone interested. The Guild arranges speakers on a wide variety of topics, which sometimes include visual aids. And after each meeting, coffee and biscuits are served so that everyone has the opportunity to talk and discuss and socialise.
Tuesday lunchtime prayers at midday. We have a half-hour prayer meeting that city workers and people from other ecumenical churches fit into their lunch break. To complement Tuesday lunchtime prayers, we have prayers also on Friday at lunchtime. As well as prayers during the week, we also hold liturgical services that are observed throughout the Christian calendar year, such as prayer for Christian unity, Holy Week, Ash Wednesday, and Advent. All these weekly services are open to all our premises users, as well as the community. We have our luncheon club.
Sometime later, Jesus withdrew to the farther shore of the Sea of Galilee, and a large crowd of people followed who had seen the signs he performed in healing the sick.
The Bible is full of references to feeding people, and in our own lives, feeding is symbolic as well as physical. Eating together is a sign of friendship, companionship, and goodwill. To these people, the alternative of eating alone would satisfy their need for nourishment. but would not be so enjoyable.
When the people saw the sign Jesus had performed, the word went round, "Surely this must be the prophet that was to come into the world."
Some of these people do not attend this or any other church, but others do. Let's meet one who does. Philip Keat celebrated his 90th birthday here a couple of years ago. What does he have to say about the Luncheon Club?
No, I like coming here very much for the meals, but I like coming to the meals because I have friends here. Now on this table we talk a lot. We don't listen a lot, but we set the world to rights, and that's friendship. Particularly one meal, which I consider very acceptable, and that is roast pork with crackling, and that cements the friendship. Now we heard a prayer at the beginning of the meal where we thank God for his kindness and his graciousness. The great advantage about coming here is not just the meal, but the friendship and fellowship which is created here.
I've been helping at the Luncheon Club now for about 31 years, and I think I'm probably the oldest inhabitant. But I've enjoyed it. I've cooked nearly every time, and we provide a meal for the people who live alone. It's not necessarily the poor and destitute that we feed, but the people who live alone and are glad to have a home-cooked meal and the company that they meet here. The health and safety people have increased the rules and regulations that we have to apply when we're cooking, so it's a little bit difficult, but we manage, and we produce a meal every week for them. And they seem to enjoy it, and they come back week after week, and the numbers are slowly but steadily increasing.
Also on Tuesdays we have the Tuesday Fellowship and the Christian Union of the Norwich School of Art and Design College here for a prayer meeting. As well as being community chaplain here, I am their chaplain, and their college is only 200 yards away, so it was natural to invite them, and they like coming.
This church has been a real blessing to us because as a CU, last year we didn't have anywhere to meet, and we prayed about it and tried to get a room at the art school, but we were unable to, and so we were fortunate enough to come across this church and be allowed to meet here, which enables us all as Christians to meet together and look at the Bible and help support each other and learn more about God, and then go apply that to our lives at the art school and hopefully make a difference to the people that we come across there and meet.
Hello, I'm David Wiseman. I'm a premises warden. I've been here for some 8 months, and I enjoy meeting the various hall users and ensuring that their various requirements are met and that they are satisfied with the rooms that they are using. One of my main tasks is to set up the rooms to the requirements of the various users, to ensure that there's sufficient seats, if they need tables, also if they need a whiteboard or maybe an overhead projector, that all these facilities are available ready for when they need to start their session. I mainly enjoy meeting the various different users of all the rooms we have. It's quite a wide range of different people, and I find that the most interesting part of my job. I meet quite a varied range of different people, some very easy to get on with, others need rather more attention as they are quite demanding in their requirements.
One of our major premises users is the Wednesday Club, the other enterprise dating from the 150th anniversary. But it is not now only the Wednesday Club. It grew in size and function. So instead of having solely a social role, it goes in for training and caring. It's now part of Build, Bridges Unlimited for individuals with learning difficulties. Build is now a charity with its own trust deed, official registration, a contract with social services, and a grant from them to help provide a full-time paid organiser. Meet James Kearns, who is now in that post.
Build manages a range of projects both from this site and within the community. Our Befriend service works with individuals out in the community where we match volunteers for social activities. Our Steps programme offers a consultancy and training service where people with learning difficulties train other people in things like disability awareness. We also run a youth group that meets regularly within the church premises for 13 to 18-year-olds, again young people with learning difficulties. Right the way through Build, we work with young people and old people with learning difficulties.